Want to learn English while being fully entertained? Here's your secret weapon. Stories. When you follow a powerful story in English, you're not just learning grammar and vocabulary. You're feeling it. Your brain picks up structures naturally, without boring exercises or endless repetition. So if you love learning this way, make sure to like this video, subscribe, and turn on the bell. You'll get a brand new immersive English journey like this every day. Now, get ready. This is the story of one girl, one dream game at Camp Nou, and one very, very bad seat. Mia had always been a football fan. Not the kind who watched every game or knew every player's birthday, but the kind who felt something big when the crowd sang together, when a goal changed everything, when the stadium lights hit the grass just right. And there was one place she had always dreamed of visiting. Camp Nou, the legendary stadium in Barcelona. She didn't grow up in Spain. She didn't even speak Spanish or Catalan. But something about that stadium had always called to her. Maybe it was the history. Maybe the fans. Maybe the colors. Whatever it was, she finally decided to go. She arrived in Barcelona on a warm spring morning. The air smelled like oranges and sea air. Her hotel was small, tucked between two noisy cafés near Plaça de Catalunya. She didn't care. She had one goal. She had tickets for a match that weekend. A big one. A local derby. The city was already buzzing. Every shop had flags, scarves, and jerseys in the windows. People talked about the match like it was a festival. Mia could barely sleep. The morning of the match, she wore her favorite team shirt, packed a bottle of water, and left early. She wanted to feel everything. The crowd, the noise, the build-up. When she reached the stadium, it felt like stepping into a different world. Thousands of people. Music. Flags waving. Smoke from grilled sandwiches. Children laughing. Old fans telling stories. Everyone had a place to be, except Mia. She looked at her ticket. It was for a seat high up. Not just high up, way up. As she climbed the stadium stairs, she laughed quietly to herself. The steps went on forever. Finally, she reached her section. And then she saw it. Her seat. It was the last one in the top corner. The kind where you had to lean forward to see part of the field. A small concrete wall blocked her view of the goal on the left side. Her back rested against a pillar, and the roof above made it impossible to see the scoreboard. The sun hit her face directly. The seat was cracked. The man next to her had a very large flag and very little sense of personal space. Mia sat down and smiled. This is perfect, she thought, half joking. The game hadn't started yet. The players were warming up, looking like ants far below. The crowd began to sing, and for a moment, the view didn't matter. The sound wrapped around her like a giant wave. Then the whistle blew. And that's when it got worse. She couldn't follow the ball clearly. Whenever something exciting happened near the far end of the field, she only heard the crowd's reaction. Cheers, gasps, groans. She tried to watch the reactions of players, tried to guess who had scored or missed. People near her kept standing, blocking her view. Someone spilled juice on the stairs. The sun made her eyes water. Her phone had no signal. and her knee bumped against a sharp edge of concrete every time she moved. At halftime, she tried to switch seats with someone, but no one wanted to trade. She bought a sandwich that was cold in the middle. She missed the second half kickoff while trying to find a trash bin. Back in her seat, she watched the rest of the game mostly through body language, crowd noises, and the announcer's distant voice. But slowly, very slowly, something began to change. Instead of getting frustrated, Mia started noticing new things. She saw how the fans around her reacted even before something happened. She learned to read the rhythm of the chants, the rise and fall of energy. She stopped trying to watch the game like it was on TV. She started to feel it. At one point, a child near her clapped wildly every time the ball passed midfield. An old man held his scarf like a prayer. A woman in front of her wept quietly after a missed goal. Mia looked around and saw people living the match, not just watching it. The team she supported won, but she didn't see the final goal. Everyone around her jumped and screamed and sang. Mia stood, arms in the air, with no clear image in her mind, only the sound and feeling of a stadium exploding with joy. When the game ended, people stayed. They hugged. They sang. They chanted the name of the team into the night sky. Mia didn't want to leave. As she walked slowly down the endless stairs, someone tapped her shoulder. A young woman smiled and handed her a sticker with the team's colors. Without speaking, Mia stuck it on her phone case. Outside, the night was warm. People danced in the streets. Music came from windows and balconies. Fireworks lit the sky. Mia found a small bench near the stadium wall and sat quietly. She hadn't had the best view. She hadn't seen every goal. Her seat was terrible. But somehow, she had experienced something more powerful than she expected. She didn't just go to Camp Nou. She became part of it. Later, back at her hotel, she wrote in her notebook, "The best moments aren't always the ones you can see. Sometimes, you have to feel them." She smiled, stretched her tired legs, and let herself fall asleep, with stadium songs still echoing in her ears. You just finished a full English story, and probably didn't even realize how much you learned. This is the secret power of learning through stories. You absorbed phrases, connectors, past tenses, descriptive adjectives, and natural expressions. You saw how English flows in real situations, without any stress or studying. That's how language becomes part of you. If this story made you smile, helped your English grow, or just gave you that football feeling, then, like this video, subscribe to the channel. Tap the bell icon for daily immersive English stories. Now it's your turn. Have you ever had a bad seat at an event but still had a great time? Tell us in the comments. Your story might help someone else learn English too. Until next time, keep listening, keep learning, and remember, sometimes the worst seat gives you the best experience.